Hey guys, Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. Yeah, it's a gross, rainy Thursday in Detroit. Right now, yep, in September. So we'll see who pops on, and we'll have a conversation about some pretty cool stuff today. Hey Kathy, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Hello. Who else is here? I know, today sucks. Yesterday sucked too. Yep. Hi, Betty. How's it going? I have to get something. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I forgot one of the things I was going to talk about today. Yeah. Yes. The dog is pent up. Of course he is. Hi, Yolanda. Hey, Liz. What's up, girl? Hello, Jamie. Hello. So we'll see who else pops on. There's all kinds of stuff to talk about. Hey, Suze, how are you doing? Doing okay?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world of electricity. That was my laptop. Yeah. What are you going to do, right? Yep. That's what I live with. I've been doing readings all day, so the frequency is really high, right? And I ate lunch and I kind of sat in the chair and kind of relaxed a little bit. Hey, Tracy. And I was like, oh, I got to do Coaching for the Soul. Had a little conversation with Spirit, right? And then that. Tracy, will I see you on Saturday? Just for as you walk by or something? Or are you not able to come? The fair in Jackson is Saturday. No, Sunday, I'm sorry, Sunday. Yeah, so hope people come out. It's a big fair. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So looks like, oh, cool, awesome. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people there. Hi, Haley, what's going on? How are you? Yeah, it's the first real psychic fair in Jackson. So it's kind of interesting. I've had little ones here and there, but nothing like this. In Rock Your World. Hey, Josephine. Rock Your World is big and it keeps on growing. But Laura puts on great fairs. And this one is in, it's in a brand new facility. So, yeah, Kathy, it's going to be good to see everybody. To meet everybody. If I haven't met you, all my friends from Jackson and around Jackson, right? So, yeah, it's going to be kind of fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's a long day, though. I have to leave here at 7:30, I think it is. I have to leave here at 7:30, get to Jackson by 9, get all set up and things. So, and then I'll get done till 7. So, it's going to be a long day. Long day. So, okay, I think we're going to start. All right, so, lots of cool stuff, right? I don't know if you saw my post last night, about my letter that I got from Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay? If you have seen it, thank you. If you haven't seen it and commented on it, yesterday when he got home from work, he always gets the mail when he comes in, and there's a Bed Bath & Beyond letter congratulating me on my move. They're going to make my move easier, they say. Okay? Now, you all know that I have talked about this manifestation, right? And doing all your stuff, keeping your vibration high, right? You're gonna dip it sometimes. It's gonna go up and down and up and down and up and down. But I'm telling you, with this letter right here, Lee just kind of rolled his eyes because he doesn't really believe in all of it, right? Even though he's clairvoyant, which is kind of weird. Welcome to the neighborhood. We're so glad. Let us help you with your move, with all your needs in your move. Here's a 20% off your entire purchase coupon, meaning that Spirit generated, hey Paula, Spirit generated a letter to me with a 20% off coupon because as an indication of the move, okay? So as we start this journey, right, any of us, we don't really know how it works, but as we allow ourselves to move forward, right, as we allow ourselves to believe, really, that's what it is believing. I always post something that says, you got to believe it to receive it, and that's the truth, okay? Now, is there anything solid about hey, Jackie, about the move? No. This is just one more indication, right, of we're leaving here, okay? And I was thinking today about 2018, they totaled my car because it was black, couldn't get you a white car because you can't have a black car in Maui. So I got the white car, right, 3 years later. All kinds of dips and turns and all kinds of different things have happened, and mostly positive, right? But as the person that I am, I finally come to the understanding that it takes a long time to manifest stuff, right? I mean, before this, things must have been in the pipeline all the time to come to myself and to come to everybody else who's there, right? So when you're conscious, it seems like it takes forever. My gosh, it's been 3 years since everything started to really fall into place, 2018, right? Hey, Darlene, how's it going? And so the letter kind of just topped everything off with, okay, everything's on track. It all makes sense, right? It's going to happen soon. I get, my heart right now is like all tickling, like, right? Like all cool, excited, things like that. That's an indication for me that it's not ego, that it's not projection. And my ears right now are ringing like off the charts. So, because my vibration is so high and the connection is so deep, okay? So when you get down, okay, I'm telling you, talk out loud, pull yourself out of it, okay? You can, so like I've said before, Spirit will let me have maybe a 2-3 hour pity party, right? And then he says, okay, pull your head out. Come on, move forward. Come on, this is no big deal. Don't worry about it, blah, blah, blah. And that reminds me of, hey, Carson, how's it going? That reminds me of the test that they gave me a couple weeks ago that I talked about on Coaching for the Soul. Hey, Shay, how are you? That I talked about on Coaching for the Soul, right? That somebody gave me, oh, hi, Michelle. How's it going? Everybody's here. It's awesome. How they gave me a test by somebody that I know that gave me unsolicited advice about my move. Hey, Takesha, what's up? All kinds of people are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome. How this person gave me an unsolicited reading. Bill, I've got something to tell you. I was in meditation and I got some messages for you and you're not gonna like them. And then she proceeded to tell me, you know, all the stuff. You're not going to Maui, Lee's not going, blah, 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 blah. And that was that was a test. They're always gonna test us, guys. Always gonna test us, okay? And understanding that that's why the letter came through yesterday, okay? Because I passed that test, right? I was in WTF spot for 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, maybe a little bit more. That's it. Instead of it being 24 hours or 48 hours or more than that, right? That has been in the past 3 years, okay? So understand, guys, they're always going to test you until you pass the test. And then stuff like this shows up, right? 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 So the move is in, I know, Spirit says everything is moving forward, Bill. Everything is moving extremely fast right now. And all you have to do is be prepared to leave. Okay? And I am, you know, Bailey's slowly getting worse. And so that's an indication too, right? That it is just, it's just progression, right? It's just coming to fruition. And that excites me, right? Because it is actually going to be the move that I definitely need to have happen. And it's interesting. You know when you're coming to endings, right? When everything that you know where you live is leaving or changing in some aspect or closing, okay? And that's what's going on in my life now. So when that happens to you and things start to, man, oh man, I never thought that my best friend would move to Sarasota, Florida. I never thought that would happen. I never thought that my favorite skincare store in Somerset, in Troy, would ever go out of business after 25 years of being in the mall, right? Another one of my really good friends who's here decided one day he's going to buy a condo instead of living in an apartment. Hey, Angeline, how's it going for you, right? So all these things are changing, and you can't get in the mindset of, well, what about me? What about me? What about me? What about me? No, it's in the process. Let it make sense, right? Right? Did I expect anything like that? No. But it makes sense to me, right? That the progression of my energy, the progression of my vibration, the progression to be able to buy my house in Kihei, Maui, and then move Lee and myself on a plane in first class, leaving all of this behind, right? And then doing something there. Hey, Sheila, how are you? Right? And then starting this to just basically transferring this to there, right? It'll be at 10 a.m. my time, 3 o'clock your time. See? So as things start to change, and I know there's a lot of people here that they're starting to be activated, their vibration is being lifted, their frequency is higher, their ears are starting to ring, they're starting to become more clairvoyant, they're starting to be more enlightened, they're starting to be more, there's more tingles in their head, in their neck, all kinds of places. See? And that's what it's all about. Those people have been led into that. And all you have to do is allow it to happen. When you do get down on yourself, right? When you do stop yourself, right? When you do question, it's okay. That's just your unconscious mind, your human self, right? Giving you, wait a minute, what is that? Wait a minute, what is that? Because understand that our human self, right, has never been through dimensional change before. So it's weird, right? Human instinct is to question. It truly is. It's to question, right? But that ends, that I know, Spirit. He says, but that ends when you become more and more ascended. I don't question anything anymore, right? At all. I'm 100% trusting in the fact that they've got my back, that they're going to take care of me, that it's going to happen when they're ready, when I'm ready, right? Because they know more than I know about myself, as well as everybody else who watches this, right? We don't know everything about ourselves, about our talents, about our gifts, about where we're going to be, when we're going to get there, none of that. And that's what's cool. Scary, I can look back at it and go, man, oh man, it sucked. For me, being a Capricorn, that sucked. Because I'm a control person, right? Not anymore. Completely had to throw that out the window. Okay? So as this happens to you, watching live, or watching tomorrow, or watching on my YouTube channel, and if you watch on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and frickin' like all my videos. Okay? Please. Because that's my future, right? So as you watch this, things start to change, as things start to be activated, as you start to get visions, as you start to hear voices, as you start to feel tingles, as you start to get all kinds of cool stuff in your heart, in your top of your stomach, right, in your gut chakra, all kinds of cool stuff. See? Because Spirit says the veil can't be ripped off. It's got to be lifted little by little by little by little. Okay? And that goes into the next thing. I'm going to do more Bill Talks. Okay? And I'm going to do on things we've talked about here and other things. They've been successful so far. Thank you for everybody who's liked the videos. It's really important. Okay, and there's going to be more and more of those things. And the next thing is I'm going to do something with Coaching for the Soul, the title, but I don't know what it is yet. And I put that on Facebook the other day. And many of you commented on what Coaching for the Soul means to you, which is awesome, okay? And I'm going to, I don't know how it's going to be, but Spirit keeps telling me that it's got to be something national, that it has to be something on YouTube. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's YouTube Lives or what it's going to be. I'm not sure. Some type of teaching tool, he just said, okay? An enlightenment tool. All right. So thank you. If you haven't commented on what Coaching for the Soul means to you in a positive way, please. If it's a negative thing, please keep that to yourself. We don't want to put negative energy out into the universe, right? And I'd appreciate it if people wouldn't do that. I don't think anybody has, except for one or two little things. But yeah. In a positive way, how his Coaching for the Soul worked for you, or what it means to you, okay? Because he keeps telling me that I'm going to put testimonials on the Coaching for the Soul title, or I'm going to combine things and make it a definition of what it is. I'm not sure yet. So, hey, Judy, how are you? So if you would do that for me, I'd appreciate it because, my mind my mind doesn't work like that, right? It did, but not anymore. So I hope that you all are okay with me using parts of your statements or whatever. If you're not, just send me a text or a Facebook message and tell me that you'd rather me not, and I understand that. Okay, cool. All right, so, all right. First thing I'm going to talk about today of real super importance is this. I've tried everything, Bill. I've tried everything. I can't get myself to ascend. I can't get out of this. I can't. I've had 3 people in 2 weeks who are pretty spiritual, but they don't understand why they can't go to the next level. Okay? They don't understand why they're in pain, right? Well, most of you know if you're in pain here, it's fear. Fear of the unknown. It's fear of thinking that you can't do it by yourself and not understanding that you're not alone, right? Is the going up the ladder lonely? Oh, trust me, it's going to be lonely for everybody, okay? Until something like Coaching for the Soul happens. I think it's going to be a interactive website or something like that. I'm not sure. Something about Facebook, and I don't know. He keeps talking to me about it, right? Then we have to switch this other thing. So understanding that everything is possible. Okay? Now, all 3 of these people, every time that Spirit would tell them something, I've tried that, it doesn't work. I've tried that, it doesn't work. I've tried that, it doesn't work. Because they want me, through Spirit, to fix them. It's not that it works. We all know that's not the way it works, right? Right? Even if you tried something once before, maybe now the energy is better, right? Maybe Steve Noble's better for you than whoever you've been following in the past. All kinds of things, right? We have to be open to allowing ourselves to continue to try when guidance is given, okay? Times. The last thing we want to do is could be completely shut down, okay? Because that's self-induced. That is not from the universe. That is not divinely given. Nothing like that. That is human going, I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I can't do this by myself. I really need a husband, or I really need a wife, or I really need a boyfriend, or I really need a girlfriend, and I'm not strong enough. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Okay? And when you're in that state of mind, the videos that I'm posting from Abraham Hicks talks about it, and I can't find the video that I watched that gave me the exact word of I've tried everything, right? It's a narrative in their mind that is absolutely self-sabotage. But there's a term for it, and I couldn't find the video again. It's very, 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 very true. Okay, that's all self-imposed. That is all something that you have to pull yourself out of. Right? Because, and usually I know Spirit says, but that's because of fear. They wrap themselves in fear. That narrative goes through their mind. Oh my God, I can't. Oh my God, I can't. I've tried that. I've tried that. And you all know that does not work. It does not work at all. Okay? We have to step out of that. We have to step out of that mindset. And again, talking to ourselves out loud by name. Okay? It goes right to your soul. Right? When you call yourself out, I'm telling you what, when you call yourself out, it's the best way to do it than having them do it. Because if they do it, guess what? It's going to be boom. Trust me. They have to make an impact. If you get to the point where they have to intervene, it's going to be traumatic for you. Guaranteed. Because they need that feeling of, oh shit, to stick. Okay? Because that's how human learns. Sorry, the furnace is coming on. It's cold in my house. See? So understanding that, right? That not in fear, oh my God, I got to do this before Spirit does, or it's going to be catastrophic. That's not the point. The point is taking control of your thoughts, right? Understanding your thoughts. Giving away your thoughts, letting them go, right? Talking to yourself out loud by name and saying, no. I mean, I've done this, I don't know how many hundreds of times. Bill, let that go. That doesn't matter. Bill, let that go. That shit doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Bill. It doesn't matter at all. That's not in the game plan, Bill. Let that go. That's not in the game plan. What do you think about that for? What is that about? Stop. It's not true. Bill, it's not true. See? Because we can get to telling stories. And that's why I've tried everything and nothing works. I've tried everything and nothing works. I don't know, I've tried everything and nothing works. Well, guess what? In that mindset, in that energy, which is depressed and sad and lonely and not healed from people passing away or divorce or whatever it might be, that's when you have to look and go, okay, someone needs an intervention. Or not. See? Hi, Shelly. How's it going? I haven't seen you in forever, my dear. And understanding that, right? That I'd rather be my own intervention, right? By listening, by feeling, by being, by allowing, right? And as you all continue your ascension, you'll be in the exact same place. It's about listening, being, allowing, right? And every time that your mind, that your ego, that your history, this lifetime and last, right, catches up to you because you're just chilling, being, right? You gotta slap it out. No, we're not doing that. Oh no, we are not doing that. We are not doing that. Not today, not ever. But the more consistent you are with calling yourself out, the easier it is for them to raise your vibration, to actually help you to ascend and bring you more and more of your abilities online. Right? Like I was talking to a person today and she was talking about her journey and about who she is, and that all of a sudden she's able to do this, and this that she never thought she'd be able to do. And I said, heck, When I started this journey, I couldn't even talk to dead people yet. I didn't talk to anybody who passed away, and not at all. And little by little, that door started to open. Then it was like, okay, cool. Now, because of my vibration, because of my energy level, right? I can open it, I can close it, I can do whatever I want to do with that. See? Another gift that they brought that I didn't even know I was going to be able to do that, right? And also understanding that as you ascend, as you know yourself more and more, as you understand that the I tried everything narrative doesn't work, right? That you're able to, just with your energy, right? To help other people understand who you are, right? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. See? So as you go through this process, as you continue to allow yourself to ascend, as you do those energy blasts from Tammy, right? Every other Monday at 1:11, the free ones, right? I'm telling you, it will absolutely allow you, if you're conscious, right? Right? You have to be conscious, you have to listen, you have to pay attention, you have to be conscious, you have to pay attention, you have to listen, you gotta listen to, oh my gosh, again, you gotta listen to the energy around your heart. You gotta notice that, right? You have to notice that. And you have to call it out. And right now, with Mercury retrograde starting on the 27th, we're in the pre-shadow right now, guys, right? Now I've talked about this many times. Hey, Kevin, what's up, bud? What's up? So I've talked about this many times, that Mercury retrograde happens 3 times a year. Mercury is the communication planet, right? So anything having to do with communication, you don't want to mess around with for 3.5 weeks, okay? Retrograde means it thank you. Kevin says I never age. Thank you, I appreciate that. And that's why I love you, Kevin, because we're that type of friends. Look at how Kevin's wonderful. So understanding that Mercury retrograde basically means that in the sky, it looks like Mercury's going backwards, okay? Because Jupiter right now, Jupiter is here in the sky, and over here is Saturn, right? Saturn's only further away, and you can see him at night when it's clear outside, right? And everything goes from east to west, okay? Well, when Mercury retrograde, it stops. And Jupiter keeps moving, and Saturn keeps moving, and everybody keeps moving, and it stays right there, right? But because all the planets are moving forward, most of them, it isn't. It's stopped, okay? So, communication. Don't sign any contracts. Don't buy anything. Don't commit to anything, okay? Don't get frustrated, because you're going to be frustrated. I've already been frustrated, and every time I get frustrated, no, it's just Mercury retrograde, Bill. Let that go. Let that frustration go. It's just Mercury retrograde, okay? Now you're calling it out because of Mercury retrograde. So understand, you will be more angry. Other people will be more angry too, and that's kind of scary because it's already kind of angry, right? But that's because of frustration. The energy is going to shift to be negativer, right? And you have to understand and be conscious of that, right? And understanding that you definitely have to call yourself out, okay? Haley, that's okay. You can sign contracts for work, but just read the fine print. Make sure that everything is there. Make sure that you do it in person if you can. If you can't do it in person, make sure that you understand that if you're going to fax something, if you're going to send something from your computer, please ask the receiver, when they receive this, would you please email me back? You've got to have a catch system there, okay? Because if you don't, what will happen is the email will be lost, okay? So again, it's communication, right? So any type of communication is going to be faltered. It's going to be slow. They're not going to understand. Don't text people your emotions if you're in a relationship, okay? Because if you do that, guess what? They're going to think you're saying something different than you're actually saying, okay? Which you shouldn't text anybody anyway when it comes to that stuff, but people do, okay? Just understanding that you have to have your defense down, right? So when somebody barks back at you, it's because they're being affected by Mercury retrograde and you're conscious of it, okay? Because what it's doing is everything that you thought you buried, right? Or you took care of. You think okay, yeah, I dealt with that. And it comes up again, guess what? You haven't cleared it. Because it's communication, it's energy, right? So understanding that, write them down on paper. Write them down, okay? Feeling like this, feeling like this, feeling like this. And then look at them. Spirit, I need you to help me clearing these, okay? That no longer serves me. That was 35 years ago, right? I've forgiven my parents. I've forgiven my family, right? You don't forgive them for them, you forgive them for you. But that clears your energy off the page, right? That's what it's all about. It clears it out of here. So that happens 3 times a year for a reason. So that you eventually have to clear your stuff. Or you just sit with it. It doesn't work. Okay? It doesn't work at all. So making sure that for the next 3.5 weeks, starting on the 27th, and then there's 10 days after that with the actual shadow. Okay? But every day the energy wanes. Okay? Gets less and less. Just be conscious. Road rage, Spirit just said, conflict, aggressiveness, people not being friendly, things like that, okay? Because most muggles don't get it. Muggles do not get any of it, right? Because they're clueless. And they're supposed to be clueless, right? Because you just can't say, oh, that's just Mercury retrograde and this is what it means. But like, what are you talking about? You know, I don't believe astrology. I don't believe anything about astrology. Well, guess what? We all have it. We're all born at a certain time for a reason. Soul journey, right? Exactly. Okay. So, okay. So Spirit wants to talk about this. What feels happy to you? What feels happy? James. Well, what's happy? What does happy look like? Right? Is happy because of the love of somebody else? Or the love of you? Right? What makes you feel happy? Right? Is it looking at your kids? Is it understanding the love that's there? The unconditional love that's there? Is it friends? Is it family? Or is it you? Right? The only way that you're going to actually find your happiness is to be okay with you. Right? That's why Spirit has been preaching for 4 years, 3 years, whatever, however long Coaching for the Soul's been on, I think 3 years now. You got to love yourself. You got to be selfish. Yep, got to be selfish. Okay? And as we go into fall and winter, where we're all locked in, if you're in the north, if you're not in the north, you're lucky, right? If you're in, the South, Florida, things like that, Hawaii, things like that, or other places in the world, the southern hemisphere and things like that, right? Understanding that to be happy, you have to love yourself first. Okay? And how do you do that? You tell yourself you love I love you, Bill. I love you. Whatever, however you want to word it, the I love you has to be in there 5 times a day, every day. Okay? Visualize what you want, right? Visualize what you want, because that's tied into knowing yourself. That's tied into healing yourself. That's tied into loving yourself. Okay? Understanding that the dirty that we are inside from things that happen in our lives, right? No one's life is great. It can be. As we reach for that, right? As we move into out of third dimensional energy into fourth and fifth dimensional energy, right? Because up here, there's none of that crap that's allowed. It doesn't happen. See? So loving yourself and understanding what makes you happy. right? What makes you happy? And continuing that flow, continuing that understanding. And you're going to have bad days where you don't think that, right? But then you do your I ams, which raises your vibration, right? I am happy. I am smart. I am loved. I am lovable. I mean, that's what Jamie just put down. I am loving. I am loved. I am lovable. There you go. See? I'm smart. I'm divine. I'm connected to the universe. I'm a badass. I am beautiful. I am fabulous, right? That raises your vibration instantaneously, guys. I'm telling you. Just have to remember. Just have to be in the habit of doing them, along with your I love yous, right? I'm telling you, this is not anything that's new. But as we go into the Spirit showed me the quarters. I don't know why he would do that. He says fourth quarter and beyond. I don't know what that means. The fall and the winter, right? When we're all in the house, when we're all in different places, when we're all sequestered, basically, right? Because well, outside of it's 20 degrees and snowing, but I'm not that guy. And hopefully I never have to do it again, right? So understanding that's when we have to have the real self-love conversation with ourselves, right? Right? Yep. Liz, I am open to loving myself. I deserve love. I am, right? I am. Doing those I ams can change everything in your energy field. Okay? Hi, Emily. How's it going? Thanks for joining. Because right now, we're not used to that. Our souls aren't used to that. Our heart's not used to that. Our human's not used to that, right? I mean, that's not something that hey, Kimberly, that's not something that most humans are gifted with from our lifestyle, from our parents, things like that. Hey, Marielle, what's going on? Thanks for joining me. So understanding that this is all new territory for us, right? And it absolutely makes our heart and our soul and our spirit go, are you talking to me? Are you talking, I am? We are? Really? Yes. Because we don't need others to give us that. No. See? It's all about doing it for ourselves. And it's lovely when our children, our nieces, our nephews say, oh my gosh, I love you so much. That's like, fabulous, right? Because it's unconditional. But ours has to be unconditional too, right? And how we go through that ascension process, how we go through actually finding ourselves and actually understanding that the person I thought I was, I'm not. And that can come from all kinds of other areas, right? Can from society, can come our family, all kinds of friends, all kinds of junk, right? Right? So as we grow up, basically, we can do that for our children. Yep. Saying, we can do that for our children. We can do that for ourselves, our children. Now, can we teach our family that? No, unless they're on that journey too. So can't get frustrated because you're not their teacher. They're their own teacher, Spirit says, which is true. James, see? It's not your job to, because Spirit says, because you ain't Jesus. Not your job to spread the word of God across the land. No, it's about you and your kids. How? By doing it out loud in front of them. They'll say, Mommy, what are you doing? Uncle Bill, what are you doing? Honey, I'm doing my I ams. Why do you do that? Because I love myself. You do? What does that mean? Right? That's what it's all about. See? Starting that process of importance, Spirit says. Right? Of importance. So that you allow that energy that you carry, right? Not only to infect the people that you love, children and things like that, right? But others that are not your family, because your family's not going to understand it. If they do, awesome, right? But it's not your job to tell them how to do it unless they ask, right? And then don't get frustrated when they don't do it because they're not you, right? Like Spirit has talked before, there's different levels and everybody's on different ones, right? And understanding that and being conscious of that, right? Being conscious of that and understanding that it just doesn't serve you to be all up in your head about how come they're not getting it? I don't understand. I'm supposed to help. And you're not supposed to help anybody but you. No. Okay? So, next thing is on that same thread, okay, is understanding that the wonderful life that you're expecting, because you can expect that, right? If you're allowing, if you're just being, if you are just in that energy and receiving and opening yourself up and healing yourself, doing all the things that will happen naturally if you allow them to. What you want, your wonderful life, whatever it might be, are just on the other side of the wall. Okay? It's our responsibility just to get to the wall, Spirit says. Right? Just get to the wall. We'll make the wall disappear. Because he says this time the grass is greener on the other side of the wall. Okay? Because you're leaving all of that behind you. All of that trauma, all of that sadness, not all the good stuff. You can take the good stuff with you. It just becomes less dominant in your energy field. Because like I think I talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago about the plasma, right? Our plasma is being transformed, so it's not so thick, so that it's not so it's easier to transport, to teleport. Okay, so understanding that our humanness isn't diminished. Our memory, Spirit says, are just put in the book, right? And put in the shelf of your library so that you can move forward if you allow yourself to. And that's the key, is allowing yourself to. Allowing yourself to move forward is so very, very, very important. Okay? And understanding, is it easy? No, because you're actually leaving what you know, Spirit says. You're actually actively working towards becoming a lighter, more energetic, vibrational frequency being, let's say. Okay? By allowing. By doing energy blast. By watching Coach for the Soul. By just watching anything, like when I post my Abraham Hicks things and things like that, right? And I post those because they're short little 50-minute videos and they are potent, all right? When I first started watching them, I couldn't really look at them because of the animation, and then I'm just like, okay, now I understand what it is, and I just kind of go with it, and there's always a message inside of those, which again, helps with your process of moving forward, okay? And I hope that other people, right, when you start to come across those things on YouTube and things like that, that you also start to post on your page, okay? Because Coaching for the Soul is a community. Okay, it truly is. And again, that's what Spirit wants to expand this around the world. And we'll see how it works, how it looks, because I don't know, right? But he's got this vision, and he's only given me this much of the vision and the excitement. Okay, so understanding that, okay, I'm okay with that, right? Because I remember being told 3 or 4 years ago that, Bill, if Spirit told you everything of who you're going to be, your brain would explode. Your brain right now is not capable of understanding the energy or the knowledge or the accessibility to things right now where you're at as a human. I was too dense, right? I hadn't ascended. See? So understanding that that's just what it, that's just what it is. And so, because we all want it fast, right? We all want it lickety split. Come on, let's go. Let's get the train moving. Come on, let's go. No, it doesn't work like that. First off, we got to get on the train. And that's always the hardest part, is taking care of ourselves, knowing that we love ourselves and things like that. See? And then having to live in the real world too at the same time. I know. Spirit says, it's not an easy task for human to flip the switch, to make the change. But you chose this soul journey. You chose this lifetime, right? And that's what it's about. That's totally what it's about, is understanding that that as we evolve, as our energy continues, as our vibration continues to rise, we're able to see more things about our life, right? And they bring us cool stuff like this. We make your move easier. Really? Okay, awesome. Let's get with it, right? Yeah. They're able to bring you more signs, let's say, more things to give you that confirmation that you are on your way to being to doing what they told you, what they showed you years ago. See? And that helps you to understand that there's no timeline in spirit at all, right? It's about us. Because I know for the past 3 years, I'm like, but I don't understand, blah, 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 blah. How come we're not there yet? How come we're not there yet? Blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Now I understand, right? Because as you go through your process of opening up, of ascension, right? You're conscious. Everything's cool and groovy. Kind of like, this is freaking great. I can't believe this stuff. Can't believe what I can do. Can't believe what I know. My energy's fantastic. I don't question. I'm just going with it. It feels good. It's wonderful. Blah, 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 blah. Then things start to pop and happen in your life, right? When you believe, right? And I'll tell you what, I never thought I'd be where I'm at today. And I'll say that when I get to the house in Maui, right? And understanding that I visualize the house in Maui, being in the kitchen, coming down the stairs from the bedroom, waking up in my bedroom, right? Because I know what it looks like from the video, right? So I know it's there, so I'm able to visualize it, being in the backyard by the ocean, things like that, coming in the front door for the first time. See? When you're able to do that, it makes everything more real. And I will get sensations about the house, as everybody else will do with their things too. See? And understanding that, why is that possible? Because you visualize it when you wake up in the morning. You visualize it as you go to sleep as you go to sleep at night. Yep. Visualization works. It truly works. Okay. And so it's one more piece to the puzzle, right? What I have a year ago said, oh yeah, I'm thinking about this, the house, and I'm visualizing. Not at all. I was not that guy. Chimes. Spirit's confirming that. No, that was not who I was at all. See? I even tried to do setting my intentions last year, right? And doing my IMs last year. It didn't resonate with me at all. Not at all. Not at all. But I learned a lot last year on what not to do in my own life. Yeah. Where I was putting my energy. Something we have to learn also, right? Right? It's all growth. It's all understanding. It is all taking what comes to you and going, no, I don't think I want to do that anymore. No, I don't want to be that person anymore. No, I don't want to be that gossip anymore. Anything, right? Right? Because it doesn't work. It's all negative stuff. Okay? So, Last thing, because we got about 9 minutes left, is this. Positive out is the only way to multiply your blessings. Positive energy on social media, okay? I don't understand these people who post memes about something about talking about me behind my back, and when you're perfect, then then you can talk to me, or something stupid like that, right? Negative. Why do you care what other people say? It's not your business, right? Right? People don't care for you. That's a good thing. A good thing. They're not going on your journey with you, my dear. Sir, they're not going with you on the journey. You have to understand that, right? If you're worried about people talking behind your back, if you're worried about people not liking you, and it makes you emotional, and you have to post something on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Insta, Twitter, whatever, okay? That's from here, guys. Heal that baby. Heal that little boy, little girl inside, because that's who's reacting to that, and you're not conscious, even though you think you are, okay? No. Again, you're perpetuating the negative. You're perpetuating, I've tried everything. Oh my God, I've tried everything and they don't like me. Maybe they're not supposed to like you. Why do you need them to like you? Right? It's something inside of you that you have not healed yet. Okay? And the best thing to do is to not perpetuate by putting something on Facebook or commenting on somebody's post like that on Facebook, because like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. Really? Why? Why? I know. He just lit up the left side of my head. Because it doesn't serve you. Things like that do not serve you at all. Not at all. See? So and another thing is that if you have different beliefs than somebody else about a number of things, we all know what I'm talking about, why comment? Scroll past. Right? Scroll past. Why put down there that you are anti-vax, or that you are for vaccinations, or you're for the former president, or you're for the current president, or anything that is in that negative line of bullshit, right? That none of us need to comment on, right? Understanding that you are feeding the energy by doing that. You're looking for a confrontation. And then when people say, oh, we're really good friends, and I'm able to say that to her, well, why mention anything about it if you're friends? If you're anti and she's for vaccinations, what's the point of putting down there your comment, your statement, right? It doesn't do any good for anybody. See? All it does is feed that energy continually. And so the best, and what goes out, guys, comes right back. Telling you, I told my crews in every store that I ever managed, in every store that I ever trained them in every retail shoe store that I worked in, right? Positive out, positive back. Negative out, negative back. It will always come back and bite you in the butt. Every time. Okay? And one negative statement can get 15 frickin' responses back. Jabbing you, jabbing you, jabbing you. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, right? And many, many times, like I talked about last week, people that put memes on social media are looking for sympathy. Who else is like me? Oh my God, who else is damaged like I am? Oh my God, what? Stop. Get right with yourself. Find out who you are. Find out what needs to be healed. And love yourself, guys. Love yourself. That's why you have to, right? Because only one in the world that matters is you. You, James. only one that matters. If you're a mama, guess what? You got to be whole and genuine and good, right? Got to know who you are and be genuine. So you teach your children how to be that way. Be honest and genuine and real and feeling and emotional and know how to deal with their emotions and things like that. If you're a dad, same exact things. I think it's harder for guys to understand that than it is for females. Because in America, guys are taught to be a certain way by society and by our fathers. Or lack of fathers, right? Understanding that. That means we have to nurture ourselves and understand ourselves that the woman in your life, the man in your life, is not supposed to be there to fix you. It's not there to fix you. That's your job. They may trigger you, right? They make you angry and things like that, but that's because you have to look at yourself. See? So there's a lot in this hour, okay? I hope it made sense, right? For me when I'm channeling, and I try to keep it in straight and narrow, and it just kind of comes out. It kind of just whatever he wants to talk about. One thing leads to another, right? It's all, I know, it's all a trail. He shows me a trail, and then there's all kinds of stuff on the side of the road, and he's going to talk about and do whatever he wants to, whatever he wants to do. Emily, that's a no. She was not there to greet her grandfather. He chose for her not to be there. Spirit just said, okay? Yeah. So Spirit says they'll hook up sometimes later. Yeah, they'll see each other sometime later. So any questions, guys, please send me a text, 248-310-7689. If you have any questions, right? Something comes up, that's fantastic. Spread the word. I think that's kind of like what Coaching for the Soul is going to be. I'm not really sure. I don't know what it is, but that sounds like a pretty good thing. Subscribe and like my videos on YouTube, please. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up. I'm trying to get all my videos liked. The more that you guys help me out with that, the quicker they show up on people's feeds and things like that, which builds an audience, which gets my message out. And that's what's cool, right? Is that people get to see us. And that's what it's all about. Raising our vibration so people can see us. Like my videos, like my postings, share my videos, all that kind of cool stuff, okay? Because we're a community, and as a community, we have got to go through this beautiful, beautiful ascension with each other, all in different places in the world and in the United States of America. So thank you very much. Namaste. And I will see you next Thursday for Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3.